Okay, hello, I'm back from spring break. I saw some jellyfish, I went to the beach, and I saw Batman, and it was very good. I also got coffee, because where I live, well, where I'm at my apartment, there's no Dunkin' around here for some reason, even though it's a college town. So I got some Dunkin', and I am now here to tell a story. I hope everyone has had a good week. This is kind of one of those stories where if you don't tell it, it's going to repeatedly stay in your mind, so you just get it out there, so the overwhelming, guilt and anxiety and just embarrassment from it goes away. So in terms of timeline, this must have been before 2008. I was probably around the age of 6, 7, maybe 5. I was pretty young, not like a baby, but I was still pretty young. This also took place in Georgia, so this was before I moved to North Carolina. So I was indeed pretty young. Epic. So we'll get to the main part. I basically ran away from home for a little bit, and the goal was for me to go to a friend's house, quote unquote. Now the reason I say that is because the person I was gonna go see was someone I didn't even necessarily consider a friend when I was younger. I would just go to their house occasionally, and I'm not even sure how my family knew them. And I didn't really like them in general, but I wanted to go to their house for some reason. Now I was young enough to where I couldn't drive or anything, and I was also young enough to where I knew where their house was at, but I didn't know how to get there. Where they lived was maybe 20 minutes away. I feel like it was farther than I thought it was. And my mode of transportation to get there was walking. And I'm a 5, 6-year-old trying to walk to somewhere that would have probably taken longer than 20 minutes to walk there instead of driving. I literally don't even remember the name of the person I was trying to see. It was bad. But basically what I did was I just decided I'm gonna go see this person for no reason. I think I had asked my mom if she could drive me to go see them, and she said no. And I wasn't angry at that. I just wanted to go see them for some reason. So there wasn't a really big motivation besides just wanting to go. So apparently, I can't really remember when I was leaving, but I basically left my house, walked out of my neighborhood, which is long itself. I went back recently with my sister to do a trip to Georgia, and when we were driving through the neighborhood, I realized just how long I must have walked to get out of there. So I walked out of the neighborhood, and then the next big thing I had to do was I had to walk by a grocery store called Kroger, so that even was a bit long, and I had to cross an intersection, I believe, and start walking on a sidewalk to get to where I apparently thought I was going. I don't even know if I had a backpack or anything. I don't know if I brought provisions for myself to eat. I was just on a mission, and I was very stupid. The best and worst part of this whole scenario was the fact that someone saw me walking, just a small child walking on the side of the road, not necessarily busy, but an active road on a sidewalk, and they pulled over, and this person came up to me and they were like, "What are you doing? Where are you going?" Now, having all the information that I know about strangers and how stuff like that turns up, it could have gone extremely wrong, but it was this nice lady who put me in her car. I know this sounds so dangerous. She put me in her car, and she asked me what my, parents' phone number was. We figured that out, and we got back to the house. I literally don't even remember how I remembered what my parents' phone number was, because I even have trouble with that now. But this super nice lady picked me up, brought me back to my house, and I went into my room and cleaned up the horse toys that were there. And I don't think I got in serious trouble. I probably could have, but I don't think my parents wanted to kill me. So I'm still alive. I'm here, but the whole thing could have gone way worse than it did. The whole scenario itself and the fact that I didn't even get halfway before being picked up and brought back just shows me that I'm bad at planning. I mainly wanted to make this to show that I'm not the smartest person. And also that if you're considering running away, make sure that you don't. Unless it's a really bad situation, don't be stupid like me. In terms of a plot triangle, I left my house, I made it past a grocery store, and I got brought back to the house. There we go. But yeah, that's basically it. Moral of the story, don't run away from your house for no reason. Really, anyone could have picked me up, and that is the scariest part of that entire story. I could have been sold to the black market or something. It could have I don't know, it's Georgia. Anything could happen. But that's basically it. I just wanted to get that story off my conscience because I hate thinking about it. Bad things could have happened, but they didn't. I hope that lady who picked me up and brought me back is doing okay. Genuinely, I hope you're doing okay. But I'm back, I'm videoing, and I'm doing okay, and it's snowing outside. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.